Thomas the Tank Engine was feeling bright and cheerful. It was a splendid day. He whistled to some cows, but the cows didn't reply. Said Thomas. Next, he saw Birdie. But all Birdie could say was, smiled Thomas. Thomas was still in good spirits when Birdie arrived at the next station. Replied Birdie. And Thomas puffed away towards the big station. James was snorting about in the yard. He grumbled. Groaned the freight cars. Gordon laughed. Agreed James. Thomas was sorry to see the engines looking miserable. He puffed. Grumbled Gordon. Asked Thomas. Replied Gordon. Stuttered James. Said Thomas kindly. Gordon and James snickered quietly to each other. Some of James's cars were coupled behind Thomas, and he steamed away to the quarry. The cars were still cross. But Thomas didn't hear them. He collected all the stone from the quarry and set off back to the junction. Danger lay ahead. Giggled the cars. They pushed Thomas over the switches. Called Thomas's driver and applied the brakes. Poor Thomas stood dazed and surprised in a muddy pond as a toad eyed him suspiciously. Muttered Thomas. Duck pulled away the cars, and Edward helped Thomas back to the junction. Suddenly, Thomas remembered the missing tar. He told Edward all about it. Said Edward. Later, James spoke to Thomas. He muttered. Spluttered Gordon. Just then, Birdie arrived. He looked much more cheerful. Replied Thomas. Added Birdie. Gordon and James puffed silently away to the shed, but Thomas still had company. He sighed. The toad, who was looking forward to a ride home, noisily agreed.